Welcome to Coffee with the County. I'm talking with Hannah Sovinski today, our community health specialist for public health and HHS here at the county. She wanted to talk about a project that is going on in our area, and I want to hear about it. I think you all want to hear about it. So good afternoon, Hannah, first of all.
Good afternoon. Yeah, it's hard not to say morning when we do podcasts. Typically it's in the morning, but we're doing it in the afternoon today.
I love it. So thank you for coming in and telling us about it. It's called 100 Cups of Coffee. Is that correct?
That's correct, which is why I almost wanted to say morning, because typically I'm out and about in the community trying to catch the morning folks who want their cups of coffee and have a simple conversation. So,
yeah. Well, tell me all about the project.
Yes. So when we think about improving food systems in our communities, it often starts not with policies or big programs, but with conversations, lots of them. That's where the 100 Cups of Coffee model comes in. And how we kind of came up with 100 Cups of Coffee is that Aiken County Public Health is one out of two recipients that receive technical assistance with the Minnesota Department of Agriculture, also known as MDA with their acronym, and they're helping us do a community food assessment. And what a community food assessment essentially is, that is a snapshot of a community's food environment. It looks at what foods are available, what people are eating, and what barriers exist for healthy or accessing healthy foods and our local foods.
So that's all part of, it's not a survey?
No, we're not going to do a survey this time around. So the 100 Cups of Coffee model is all about relationship building. So instead of sending out surveys or collecting data in isolation, we're going to take time talking with people, one-on-one conversations until we've gathered insights from a diverse mix of voices in the community.
So a lot more fun than a survey. Yeah, to actually sit and talk with one another.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot. So it's kind of like a two-part with our community food assessments. So we're doing the 100 Cups of Coffee, and the 100 Cups model is getting to 100 conversations, hence the 100 Cups of Coffee. Our goal is not to drink 100 cups all at once and get a caffeine high, but we're hoping to reach 100 people, 100 conversations, 100 cups of coffee. Okay. The second part of the community food assessment is that there's this team with the Fine Food Aiken County Network. They're the group that oversees the Fine Food Aiken County website. Just a little plug-in for that. It's www.finefoodaikencounty.org. And we also have a list of research questions that were identified by key stakeholders in our communities. And we're digging up literature, reviews, data, research study that has already been done. We're kind of trying to focus it into the state of Minnesota, but that may not have been done in our local state. So we're looking at data, literature review, and research studies across the nation to see if that particular research question has been answered. Okay,
so all in the effort to educate the residents or the area or community about healthy eating and where to find all of the stuff, right?
Exactly.
How would one go about participating in 100 cups of coffee? Because I think we could drink 100 cups of coffee.
I know, right? Yeah, and I think we can get to the 100. I think the last time I checked, we're in the 40s, inching our way to the 50s, so almost the halfway mark. We started in September, and it's December, so we're doing pretty good with how many conversations. Where we've been, I've been at the Hill City Fire Hall during immunization clinic. I've been at Hill Lake Manor visiting folks with them. I have been I've been everywhere. The Aiken Farmers Markets, future conversations, be at the McGregor Public Library, going to some food shelves in our communities to do some conversations, some community meals. So we've got a lot of events scheduled up, and I bring a pop-up coffee bar. So you're also going to get some coffees. So have yourself a cup of coffee and come talk to me.
So I think that's awesome. I didn't realize that it was you heading out and setting up your coffee bar and let's talk to people where they're at. I think that's a great thing for us to do from a county perspective, is to get out where the people are and understand that. So thanks for doing that. That's not easy. It's not an easy thing, and I think you're well on your way with it.
Yeah, and conversations have been rich, and I just want to let everybody know that we think about I don't need to participate in this conversation because I'm not food insecure, but it's just not for people that are food insecure. It's for all of us. I want to know, where do you shop, Mark? Where are you learning about nutrition?
Yeah.
Where are you going to access food if you were in need? That kind of a thing. We want to know all about that.
Yeah.
Are you going to the farmer's market? If not, what's limited you to go to the farmer's market? Is it because you live in McGregor and there isn't one in the area and you have to travel to Aiken? All kinds of things. Everything about food, because you and I both need nutrition in order for our bodies to fuel and thrive throughout the day. So
yeah, absolutely. And how would people find out where you're going? I know you mentioned a few of those things. Is there a website that they can pop onto?
Yep.
To take a look at where to go find 100 cups of coffee?
Yeah, so we're trying to keep that website up to date, the one I mentioned about www.findfoodaikencounty.org.
Yep.
And so we're going to try to get the upcoming pop-up coffee bars for 100 cups of coffee on that website. If you're not going to be in the area and want to pop in, we also have a QR code that you can scan at flyers that are out amongst the community.
Perfect.
Or you can text my work cell phone and we can arrange a time where you can text me saying, hey, Hannah, I'm interested. I want to share my story about accessing food, or where I learned about nutrition, or what my barriers are. Or the question I want to hear from everybody, if you have a magic wand and want to change something about food access, what would that be? Because we want to hear solutions from everybody that lives in our communities, not just us trying to think of the solutions either. So you can text my work cell phone and we can arrange a time where we can meet in person. We can do it virtually. It can just be over the phone and have the conversation. And my work cell phone number is 218-839-1549.
Very nice. Thank you very much. That, again, another great project that's going on from our public health and our community health specialists and all of that in our area, in an effort to, people helping people and getting educated on what kind of projects or programs or different things that are available. So thank you for doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing to mention, because I've been asked this question a lot, what are you going to do with what you learned from the 100 Cups of Coffee conversations, or all that data that I said that we're researching and summarizing? And we're going to theme it out. We're going to put it into themes, and then we're going to create a report, and we're hoping to bring that back and share the report to where we've been, to the Hillick Manor, back to the food shelves, back to the libraries, put in the papers, get on the radio, share it out to the Board of Commissioners, everybody that has a decision-making power, and then we'll go from there. And our goal is hopefully look at the solutions that our communities put in front of us and start making some improvements that we can control on the local level. We know on food access, it can be from the state to the federal level, but we're really focusing on what can we control at the local level. So that's our hopes and goal out of this community food assessment.
Well, I think it's a great project. Helping locally and doing what we can control locally. I get it, and I hope that we can get, and I know that you'll get to the 100 cups of coffee.
Yeah.
And I think we'll make some great strides of the information, results from information that you get along the way. So
right. Yep.
Hannah, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me,
This
Mark.
is exactly what the podcasts are intended to do. When there's a project that's important like this for our residents to hear about, come on in anytime.
Yeah, and don't be a stranger. We need to hear your voice, and feel free to reach out if you want to share your story on nutrition and all things about food.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Hannah.
Thanks, Mark.
And you are listening to Coffee with the County.